Welcome back to an episode of the Guys Book Club. The Book Club, yeah! And today, guys, we're on an extremely special episode. Because today, guys, we're on episode number 382, guys. And it's going to be so savage because yesterday, guys, we finished the book, Influenced by the Psychology of Persuasion by Cialdini. Today, we're going to read the summary of the book. And it's going to be a short summary. And after that, I can just we can come back to the normally to the previous format of the podcast, and I can give you some update about me, what it's been going in my life, and why I'm in this gap in recording. As you see, today it's Monday. Today it's Friday, 2 September, 2nd of September, 2022. The time now, just to say it, 11:39, and this episode was supposed to release on Monday, 20 on July, on the 6th, July 2022. We are closing started closing the gap. We started with a gap of, I think, 3 months or 4 months and a half, and we managed to close it. We are almost at 2 months. And then we're going to count down. Anyway, let's just dive right into the summary of the book. And after that, we're going to talk about my life. Let's go. So, Influence the Psychology of Persuasion by Cialdini. Book summary, guys. The book summary in the description below. Influence of Psychology of Persuasion by Cialdini. Summarized by Paul Arnold. If you wish to subscribe to a free monthly book, summarize, then please email me on Paul Arnold Stondel at hotmail, I don't know how to say it, @circleme.com. In a nutshell, Cialdini has identified the 7 key influences of persuasion based on 35 years of evidence-based research. Levels of influence, aka reason why, reciprocation, commitment and consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. 1. Weapons of influence. Reason why. Attaching a reason to a requester increases the success rate. I have 5 pages. Can I use a Xerox machine before you because I'm in a rush? And the success rate of 94% with 60% success rate when no reason why was given. Showing potential customers as the most expensive item first, then working downwards in price leads to an increase in the amount spent, as the next products seem cheaper in comparison. 2. Reciprocation. Social obligations. Humans inherently dislike being indebted to someone, so much so that often a small gift or a favor will lead to a larger reciprocal response. This fact is exploited worldwide. E.g., Aaron Krishnas, who offer a gift of a flower when soliciting for donations, which refuse to take back, as a receiver cannot unburden themselves from the subconscious debt. The social pressure to donate lead to a higher donation rate than merely soliciting a loan. In Indian supermarket, sold 1,000 euro of cheese in few hours by inviting customers to size their own free samples. Reject and retreat. This technique consists of first demanding a high price or a large favor, then waiting for it to be rejected, only to follow this demand up with a smaller one that you really wanted all along. Quote from a child: if you want a kitten, first ask for a pony. ED. 3. Commitment and consistency. We tend to remain consistent to our commitments. Once we have made them, consistency is a socially attractive trait. Solidity, I just regular trait. Consistency is a socially attractive trait. Studies found that when people are asked if they would vote, led to an increased likelihood to follow through. This is why it is recommended to write down verbally state our goals, as we then stand a much greater chance of sticking to them. Households were called and asked to predict what they would do if they were asked to volunteer for 3 hours to collect for charity. 3 days later, they were called and asked to collect for charity. This led to an increase in the numbers of volunteers by 700%. Damn, 700%. We need to check if this number is right. Its use in business was put succinctly, SUCCINCTLY, by an article in American Salesman. When a person is signed an order for your merchandise, even though the profit is small, is no longer a prospect, is a customer. Living up to our identity, we are what we repeatedly do. Aristotle. We will act in ways that are consistent with our identity, beliefs, and values. American. POWs in Korea were made into collaborators. Prisoner of war in Korea were made into collaborators. Partner in cooperating depends were labeled and classed themselves as a collaborator. 4. Social proof. People are influenced by what others do. At an unfamiliar event or situation, we look to others on the correct etiquette. This is exploited, for example, in bars or at church collections. The tips/donations that are sometimes accepted by having money already placed there, or having a stooge give money to stimulate others to tip. This effect is amplified by how similar the person whose actions we are watching are to ourselves. 5. Liking. As a rule, we prefer to say yes to the request of those we like over those we don't. There are several key properties that determine our view of people: attractiveness, similarity, compliments, contact and cooperation, conditioning, and association. Studies found we automatically attribute traits such as talent, kindness, honesty, and intelligence to attractive people. It is no coincidence that attractive political candidates received 2.5 times the votes of unattractive rivals. Damn. We like people who are similar to us, with the same views, interests, beliefs, and values. We therefore need to find areas of shared interest to increase the rapport, RAPPORT, and connection. Jogging around the Boston for 12 years straight, the titles of #1 salesman on selling average 5 cars or trucks, selling on average 5 cars or trucks a day. His formula behind this success was simple. He provided a fair price and someone they like to buy from. One of his key tactics, however, was to employ the use of compliments. Every month he sent every one of his 13,000 former customers a holiday greeting a holiday greeting card containing a personal message. The holiday greeting change from month to month. Happy New Year, Happy Easter, etc. But the message printed on the face of the card never varied. It only read, I like you. Endless chain. When a salesman approaches the person recommended, saying, your friend recommended this for you, it increases the chance they will make a purchase. Turning the salesman away is difficult. Turning the salesman away is difficult as it's like rejecting one's friend. It's like rejecting one's friend. 6. Authority. The greater the perceived authority of a person, the more likely people are to comply. CF the 10 milligram experiments. Hospitals have a 12% daily error rate. This is because nurses and junior doctors will very rarely challenge the decision made by an authoritative figure, despite receiving potentially lethal, LETHAL, or bizarre requests. We often perceive and interact with people with authority differently. The more power a person is deemed to have, the more generous people are when estimating the rate, and the more cautious we are with our conversations. 7. Scarcity. We are more motivated to act if we think we are going to lose something, that we are going to lose something, than if we are to gain something. Save 50 euro sterling, the UK money, dollars, a month on, say $50 a month on, 50, would not be as effective as you are losing $50 a month on. An item that is scarce, is more desirable than one that is freely available. The high pressure environment, like an action, AUCTION, can need an item being sold for an elevated prices. Buyers fear losing out to another person. Criticism. This book was a precursor of behavioral economics and was one of the classic in business. Its examples might be a bit dated, but its core principle remains as powerful overall. Overall, I feel the last BA book, business economics books, have moved the subject on. This was the end of the summary, and we almost finished the book. We almost finished the episode. So now it's time to talk about a little bit about what happened to it. So the previous in the list, as 3 months, it was university. We got the exam times and the test times. So 1 month before the exam times, I just decided that we are taking a break from the podcasting because I needed time to learn to the exams. And after that, we have the 1.5 month, 1 month and a half period of time of exams, and just learning. I put myself in prison, as I call it. I just locked myself in the room in my dorm and didn't move back to home. Just stay in Ariel, stay in my room, just learn all day as much as I can. It was a struggle to study all day, but I managed to. You need to get used to it, but it was fine. And the grades, I'm really happy about them. There are 2 exams that I didn't get so much, but statistics I get 62, but I'm just happy that I passed it. And another test I get 80. I thought that I would get 88 or 92, But anyway, my average for this semester for the first year of university is right now 85.65, something like this, something like that. And I'm really proud of myself because my goal was to finish the year with 85, more the average of 85 and above, because I consider and I want right now, I want to continue to second degree MBA in business management in the same in the third year of my university of the first degree. So if you finish the second year of the university with total average of 2 years of 85 and above, you can start MBA in business management in the third year, in the last year of the first degree. So it's going to take me 4 years to finish the first and second degree instead of 5. And I said, first of all, it's just to be, because I'm already in Ariel, I'm already studying. So if I'm going to live in Ariel in the third year, last year of the degree, just let with the degree and start to a new degree, because I'm already in the university, living in the university, paying all the stuff. Just before I go to work, I just finish the second degree. And it was important to me, and it's important to me because as I told you, I get 4 years of failing university, and for me to finish, first of all, I finished my first year and I'm really proud of it. I managed to do all the work, and I don't let what I'm going to do, what I do in the future to scares me or something. Not just because if I'm going to think I have so much exams to do and so much work to do, and write a big seminar, a big essay, and make you need to write I don't know if say it, a big article. You need to write a really big article, and if I think about it right now, I don't want to do it. So I take each steps and just finish the first course. Next exam. Don't think, just do what in front of you right now. Worry about and not think about the other things later. Yeah, of course, I have my strategies. First degree, second degree, to work in the stuff in the middle. I got a new job. Next year I'm going to work in the student union as content creator, which is what I want, creative and content creator. Exactly what I wanted. They are opening a new position just for me. I come with a lot of ideas about content creation, and when I was interviewed for a social media manager, and I tell them before that, I tell the guys with the student, you must do it, and with the interview to job interview, I continue to present my ideas, and now we can advance. And said, they call me, give me a call, which was I watched UFC, and they tell me I didn't answer them because UFC, I don't pass them my UFC to answer the phones. And after that, I call back to the interview, and she told me, like, you didn't get the job as a social manager, but congratulations, because we open a new job for you. Be so possibly of you. And we open you a new job as a content creator and a creative manager of the student union. So it's something never done before in the university, in the student union, and I'm in charge of it. And I think a lot of it came because, first of all, I really have my social media, and because of the podcast, because I learned the ideas with repeating the same that I truly believe in social media, and all the stuff, and all the motivation, and all the tips, and all the lessons that we are learning together from this great podcast. It's my time right now to apply them, and I take all the lessons, and I will continue to share my message with you guys about social media and improving and getting better. And I will tell you, it's going to be the social media manager. Yeah. So I really like the podcast. I really enjoy it. And it's now time to upload episode. From 60 to 22 episodes, and I managed to work on the last 3 days, previous days, I think. Something like this, 4 days. I'm going to crush it next week. I'm going to start a new episode, a new series. You guys, thank you very much for joining me. And another thing that I learned, always improving. 1.5 years to shorten the introduction. As you see in the previous episodes, in most of the series, most of the book club, I just started talking in the beginning about why I'm doing the podcast, and after that, introducing the book and the background and everything. And it took me a lot of time, like 2, 3, 4 minutes to do it. And I got bored from it. And I don't know if you like it, but I think you like it, but I don't know. Type down in your comment below what you thought about it. But right now, because I have so much episodes that I need to make, because we are still not up to date of the episode. So I really shortened it. I made shorter videos, 10 minutes, 12 minutes instead of 25, 30 minutes episode, half an hour episode. Shorten it, and now I can make much more episodes in a shorter time, and I think the episodes themselves are more catchy. You can come 10 seconds of introduction. I come back to the book club, a new episode. Boom, let's go to the book, move to the book. 2-3 pages. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. So it's really short. You can learn it, you can enjoy it, and that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, have a nice day. So today, guys, is 2nd of September 2022, and time now it's 12:01. זה יום שישי, 2/9/2022, בשעה עכשיו היא 12:00. זה גם על הבוקלאב, כיף לחזור אליו. תעשו בידיים, להשלים את כל הפרקים שהייתי צריך להשלים. יאללה, עכשיו נעלה את הפרקים, מה שהקלטנו. נמשיך את היום, בהצלחה. יום שישי.